What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rise and Grind. We are in one of our new production studios here, and we are just getting everything set up still. So we're going to have a lot more topics to cover when we are back on Thursday. So how do you like the new space so far?
I am loving the new space, especially our media studios, because I feel like they give completely different vibes. There's a lot of options here, and there's more space for more team and more clients.
Yeah, right now we're in our light room, obviously, which is not done. But yeah, so it's been a grind, right? It's been getting this place set up and ready to go. I mean, it's been like a 30-day sprint.
I feel like the past 2 weeks, though, have gone so quick. Just like everything happened really quickly over the past 2 weeks. Like
very quickly.
From everything being completed here to moving everything in, getting it unpacked.
Yeah, there's just so much. There's been so much going on. It's like nobody realizes. I mean, nobody really likes moving, I think, besides Chris Ifelis. But literally, like, you don't realize. So we were in Point. Point Beach was only supposed to be like a quick in and out. We're gonna be there for like a year, 2 years, whatever, in the middle spot just to film, and then we wound up being there for 6 years. We accidentally ended up being there for 6 years, which is wild. So now to be moving all that stuff out of there and clearing out of that space, pretty wild. That now obviously we're in our new digs, which we're going to be for here for a long time. So it was a cool build out.
Yeah, happy to be here. It's exciting. We have a new chapter. Feels like a new chapter.
It does. On to greener pastures, baby. Greener pastures. So we're not going to go into too many topics because, again, we just wanted to pop in, test this out, see how this is going here before we finish our final setup. But I guess we can maybe cover one or two.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to go through some that are going to blow your mind, actually, because when I saw this headline, I was like, there's no way. GameStop offered to buy eBay for $56 billion. And people are like, where did GameStop get the money from? Because I thought they were going out of, they were like out of business. Like,
right.
Where are you finding $56 billion for? Also, eBay's for sale? What? Right. So it was kind of like two different thoughts.
They made an unsolicited offer. So they just were like, we want to buy eBay. We think it's the right move. But when you think about it, I mean, GameStop historically, like if you're going to buy like games or like even like retro games, like people typically will go on on eBay to buy like Super Nintendo games or like Nintendo 64 games or whatever.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and they sell stuff like that, GameStop.
Yeah.
Right? So there's other things like that too.
Yeah, I did not even think about that. Does GameStop sell like Pokemon cards and stuff like that too, or just like video games?
I don't know. Do you know
Corey,
that, Corey?
do you know? Corey's kind of not a gamer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I don't know the answer to that, but I think at the end of the day, the synergy between it makes sense. But I think everybody, to your point, is just shocked. Like GameStop was about to go out of business. They saved it.
56 billion.
Yeah, not 56 billion. But the crazier part is the CEO of GameStop was on an interview with CNBC, and they asked him like, where are you gonna get the money? Like, you're 12, because what he essentially said that he was going to offer versus what GameStop has in the bank, because it's a public company, so everybody can see what they have in the bank.
Yeah.
So they're like, you're $12 billion short of what your offer was. Like, how are you going to do that? And then his response was, and it was like very cringy, and that's what's been going viral for the past couple of days.
Oh, really? I haven't
It's
seen
him
that.
Just saying, I'm not understanding your question.
Oh, no.
So they kept like reframing it, and he just kept like, I'm not understanding your question.
Oh my god.
Like, it was very awkward. So everyone's like, we're gonna just find $12 billion to get the rest of this deal.
Seriously.
And I didn't see
a lot of investors come up with $12 billion.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So.
That's crazy. Okay. The second fun topic that I have is in Soho. Outside of Adidas, Nike opened up a temporary storefront because Adidas is doing so much better than Nike is.
Really?
That they were like, well, we're going to set up shop literally right across the street from them temporarily as a pop-up, so that anyone who walks out of Adidas not buying something walks right into Nike.
Wow.
And they've always been rivals, right? They've always been competitors. But Nike had always been the company on top, the brand on top, until recently. Over the past year, now Adidas is doing a lot better than they are. So
that's shocking, though. Like, I mean, me personally, I don't really wear Adidas stuff, but I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you saying just in that market? There's in New York they're doing better, or you mean like as a company?
As a company, they're doing a lot better. Yeah, from what I saw, actually, and I'll pull it up here.
Wow.
Their Adidas's fourth quarter sales grew tremendously, whereas Nike's went down. So they're looking at that as obviously Adidas is doing a lot better than Nike is right now.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like Adidas, I'm just trying to think, like, because
I think
I just don't ever see people
the
wearing
younger
Adidas.
generations are, though.
Yeah.
A lot of their shoes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I think that's incredibly.
Are you Nike or Adidas?
More so Nike, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we were just like maybe sold when we were younger.
Maybe.
You know? I feel like Nike's always put out cooler shoes. What about you? I know I'm saying, but if you had to choose between those two brands.
I have a pair of Adidas that I used to like skateboard in.
Oh, okay. So Corey skateboarded in Adidas back in the day. Love it. Or do you currently still skateboard?
A little bit.
All right, cool.
Wow.
So all right, so Adidas, one for Adidas, but I just feel like they have Jordans and they have so many different things. Adidas, I feel like it's just Adidas, but then again, maybe I'm just uneducated on it.
I don't know. What I think is amazing though is the fact that Nike set up shop right outside, like, and in Soho, right, where it's expensive to get a storefront, they're like, well, we'll just do a temporary pop up.
Yes.
Just see how it goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, Adidas.
Incredible.
Let me hit one of my topics. Pick a random one.
Let's do the subscription economy is quietly breaking consumers.
So, all right. So with that one, what I thought was so interesting, right, is there's so many, like, when you think about how expensive everything is right now and how the economy you live in is, like, a lot of businesses are trying to get consumers to now do all of these reoccurring subscriptions, right? Like everything is a reoccurring subscription. And what they're saying is like they're seeing that it's just really overall financially hurting the consumer because, like, it's like, yeah, okay, this one thing is only $10 a month, but how many other subscriptions do they have that one's 100, one's 200, one's this, one's that? So everything just keeps adding up.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
I think for you to say like quietly breaking consumers is so accurate because you really have no idea until you go to look and you're like, wow, I'm spending $400 a month in subscriptions.
Right.
In like random subscriptions.
Right.
Which is crazy.
It's and that's my point is like, so that's why like they're creating all these apps now, like that Rocket Cash app,
Rocket Money or whatever it is.
Yeah. And it goes through all your credit cards and looks at like where your subs are.
Yeah.
And then like puts them at the forefront because sometimes you forget, right? Like I feel like every industry has like the little sleeping giant that's done this, like Planet Fitness. Like Planet Fitness, their model is that, right?
Yeah.
They don't about whether you come in the gym or not, they just want $10.
Yeah.
Like they're like, it's $10. Like they forget about it. But they have millions and millions of people paying $10 and just forgetting about the $10. So at the end of the day, it's like super interesting because you have the gym vertical doing that. You have obviously Netflix and all the different subscriptions for like TV and stream.
Which that in itself is ridiculous. I was just talking to someone. It's like to watch football, you have to subscribe to like 5 different platforms just to watch the football season.
Yeah. Right.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy. And so it's like everything is a subscription now. You know what's surprising to me though that like groceries haven't done that yet.
A subscription?
Yeah. Like where
well, when you think about it, you have like HelloFresh, which is like subscribed meals to you.
See, the other day,
Thrive. There's another one,
Thrive Market.
Yeah.
Well, so you know what's interesting though, because like I found myself the other day looking at it, and you know, like recently, I'm like running through everything, right? And I'm like looking at I was ordering vitamins and it was like subscribe and save, right? And I'm like they want to get me to subscribe to this right now. I'm not trying to subscribe.
Yeah.
But fast forward when you think about it, like I'm buying those vitamins
regardless.
Like, and whatever cadence, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, well, technically, but then it's like, well, you know, when you really boil it down, even though you're not on a subscription, like think about the things that like are like toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things that like you're buying all the time that you don't have a subscription, but you're technically always buying it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think where it makes sense. Where you're going to save money because you're buying it anyway, that makes sense. But but where you're like, I don't know, all the little apps on your phone, or think about this, like how many families pay for Apple Music and Apple Photos or Google Photos and all of that, right? Where you can have like one family account.
Right.
And it's like $20 for one family account as opposed to you're paying $50 across the board.
Right.
Yeah.
But so everything's a subscription. So anyway, so it's hurting consumers because when they look at their free expenses or their free, like, I guess, like available like funds after all their subscriptions, it's just like, it's cutting down a lot of their free spending. So that's interesting. And again, it's one of those things where you just gotta like audit and look at, because those things creep up left and freaking right on you.
Yeah. And then, but on the flip side, some consumers look at it as, well, instead of spending, $200 a year, I'm spending $12 a month, and that's more affordable for me. So, I don't know. I have too many subscriptions personally. I need to get rid of them.
The other day, I think Steven said this, but like, it's funny that like the generation now looks at commercials as like such an inconvenience, and they look at it like, Steven said that like his one of his kids were like, a commercial came on, he's like, oh, I hate being poor, like, because they had to watch the commercial on Netflix. and it's like so crazy because like growing up, like, not that you liked commercials, but like you could do stuff in between.
Those were your bathroom breaks.
Yeah, like I'm running to the bathroom, getting chips, I'm doing this, I'm doing
snacks.
that, like, and I'm sliding at 100,000 miles per hour with my socks.
Yes.
And it's like those were what those were for, and now it's just like, oh. And I don't get me wrong, I complain about it too. Like Jacqueline's annoying about it. Like she's like, we're not, like, we're gonna watch commercials.
I like commercials. I think it's because we're in marketing though. Like I'm always like, okay, like how are people positioning themselves? And what are brands doing?
Yeah.
But I think most people probably do not like commercials.
Yeah. All right, let's run through one more of my topics.
Okay. Which one?
You pick up
any? Let's do, what is this one? Small business squeeze is here.
Oh, yeah. So, one of the things that we're seeing right now is that it's an environment, like I've had a lot of conversations and also just been doing a lot of research, and like the current environment for SMB to operate is like really tough, right? Because obviously as a small business, things are expensive. They only keep rising. And then, people want better deals. And in the market that we're in, like if you're a middle tier market company, right? It's like obviously most, like Temu came around because people want really good prices, right? Versus like the ultra luxury people who are like, I want to go spend that extra dollar and get whatever that luxury item is.
Right.
And so like that middle tier brand is looked at as unvalued, because it's like before it was like, you know what, like, do I get the really thin toilet paper that's like, really, really cheap? Or do I get like the middle one that's like, like, it's like a little bit more texture, it's a little bit better on the tush, or get the ultra plush one, right? And now what the market is seeing is like, you're primarily people are going ultra plush or just super cheap, and there's not like that like in between anymore. And so it's cutting out because again, people either just want a deal or they're gonna like
splurge
the best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's been very, very interesting to watch some of these brands fail that were the middle tier brands forever. And now like they had to either focus and change to be like the luxury or the super cheap. And there's just no in between. And again, it's like, but it makes sense how it's evolved because we have a market now where people are ultra educated. Like they can go super easily on ChatGPT or Google and just do the research and be like, well, what's the most affordable thing? Or like, I want the best thing.
Or the access in itself. Like I've been there in a store where I'm looking at something and I'm like, well, let me just see how much it is online.
Yeah.
And maybe it's $15 less online. And I'm like, well, that's where I'm going to get it. Right. Because.
And like, listen, let's be honest here. And I think, do you eat fruit ever, like berries and shit?
Occasionally.
Yeah. So no. So
occasionally.
So is your son on the berry phase yet or no? Yeah. So right now, but like what most people don't realize though is that like, so when we go to Whole Foods, I used to just go get like berries pretty much like at any random like store, like whether it's ShopRite or whatever. But like when you go to Whole Foods, like, I really want to get like the really ultra healthy, like organic, whatever, blah blah blah. And like the blueberries and strawberries they're expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like you have to go organic.
You got to go organic, right?
Yeah.
Right. So like you go organic, you whatever. But the crazy thing is like in the past before I had kids, I'm just getting like, not that I would ever really eat blueberries or anything like that before that. Like I actually probably never ate berries before I had children. but
Really?
but yeah, not really unless I made like a smoothie or like got a smoothie
Yeah, see, in
somewhere.
a smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so anyway, it's like before I just, oh, I'm grabbing the berry, right? It's like whatever. But I would look for price. Like, all right, like that berry is like whatever, $2.99, right?
Mhm.
Versus this other one that's like cheap, more expensive. But I feel like when you look at it, even in like most of these places, like I went to like 3 or 4 places the other day, looking for a specific item, and I went to all these different places, and most of the like blueberries and strawberries like are now like organic.
Mm.
And it's like because of what we're saying, like I wonder if people are just like bypassing the cheaper, like where is this coming from berry,
Yeah, I don't know.
you know? But but also,
Or I wonder if they're using it as marketing slang now, because they're like, oh, well, like, I don't know how regulated the organic market is. Or if you could just say, like, it grew
yeah,
out
it's
of the
all
ground, it's
marketing.
organic,
Yeah,
right?
it's all
Because it grew
marketing.
out of the ground.
Did you guys know? So quick side note, we'll end on this, not to do this to Pringles, but did you know that Pringles are not actually potatoes and they're not an actual chip? Did you guys know that?
No.
So I'm watching this thing, and thank you, TikTok education.
Oh,
So I
boy.
was watching this thing, and this guy was like, you know, most people don't realize like when you're eating a Pringle, they had to remove off the packaging like a couple of years back that it was Pringle chips because they're actually not from a potato. And he's like, it's a bunch of like, I'm gonna say this a lot more harsher than it probably is, but it's a bunch of like chemicals or like what do you call it, like powders that then gets hardened, like liquefied and then hardened and then put into that shape.
Oh my
So it's zero
gosh.
potato.
Wow.
So after hearing that,
Oh
by the
my
way,
gosh.
the amount of like from my childhood enjoying potatoes to then drunkenly eating Pringles in my adulthood,
Yeah.
like was like just such a shock to the fucking soul. Because I was like, yo, are you kidding? I was like, just not the sour cream and onions one, right? Like those are potatoes.
I like the
Those
pizza
gotta be
ones.
potatoes, those ones.
Yeah.
So like that's the ones where I was like, yo, those have to be potatoes, but they're not. And I think just for anybody out there watching, like one of the biggest things that I learned, like I feel like from again TikTok edu, was the difference between things that are ultra processed, and then not processed.
Hmm.
And so like that would quantify under ultra processed because
Yeah.
whatever the core of what it's supposed to actually be made of, which is potato chips, if it has no potato in it, then it's ultra processed. And then if you look at it from the perspective of, you know, some things that are like kind of processed, it's
Mhm.
like, all right, that has a little bit of potato in it, like so they can call it a chip.
Mhm.
Versus like again just having nothing in it. So it's just wild how many foods that we eat that are delicious, that
Yeah.
like that are so
Around Lent
like
time, you went on this whole rant, right?
yes,
This year
yeah,
that
it was
and it
Lent.
got me thinking
Yeah.
about all of the food that I'm
Yeah.
eating.
And by the way, thank you for bringing that up because I was a total POS and came up with this for Lent and I was like, yo, I am giving up ultra processed foods for 40 days.
2
And
days later.
and no, I made it a whole strong 5 days in because then I realized how much everything is processed. Like I said, I was giving up processed and ultra processed, and then I was like about to have a sub, and then, you know, I was getting my chops busted. It was like, you can't have processed food. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like the salami and this and that, whatever on the sandwich is processed. I'm like, what? So when I boil down like what I could actually eat, it'd be like for 40 days, I'm just gonna starve myself.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, that's the crazy part. Is so much stuff in this country that we enjoy is so processed, and I
couldn't
think
give
that's
up the
terrible.
Cheez-Its. That would be me.
No, see, the cheese, I'm okay with not eating. I don't really eat that stuff that much. For me, it's like just
The
I'm a
salami.
carnivore.
It's a salami.
I actually hate salami. I don't know why I said salami. I meant ham. I meant ham, people. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, like those types of things are like, I don't eat subs even often either. But it's like I'm a carnivore. I like meat, and it's like even a lot of the meat is like processed and, you know, not great for you either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but I do like me some cheese sticks. I could definitely tear down some cheese sticks if I'm being honest. But even though it's like, you know, you just don't know where your food is coming from.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, it's one of these things where it's like, you know, the world we live in right now, it's like people with food, you're either, I'm in the camp of I'm going to spend $1 million to get, you know, the best cheese or the best meat or the best whatever, or I'm just looking for the good price, right? Like, and that's okay too. I mean, it's whatever works the best for people's finances and their own situations. But what else we got? Is that all you think we got for today?
I think so.
All right. Did I have anything else on there?
You did have one more.
I think I combined the one, right?
I mean, I can go through. This will be a quick one. Zuckerberg right now is focused on making an AI human clone of himself.
Love that.
Yeah, so that he can do more.
Oh,
Yeah, with the time that he has. So
If
we'll see about that.
if you could clone yourself, I'm sorry, no, if somebody passed in the
I would
future,
not clone myself. I would not have someone clone me.
no, but just like a voice, not like a physical person, just like a voice. So like somebody could speak to Megan if they wanted to. Would you want that?
I don't think so.
Right? Because it's not
No,
you.
it's not me. Like I don't have I don't know. I just
Like
would
that-
feel weird
that,
about
like-
it. Like I want the things to come from my brain. Even if it was programmed to think like me, I would still feel like, why are you making decisions on behalf of me?
Yeah.
Like
The best way to ever make sure that Megan, like if you were ever cloned, the easiest way to find if it was you or not, I would just start a fight with it and see how fast it would react. That would be my fucking fire drill. I'd be like, we're gonna fight real quick, and then if it was like, well, I need time to think about this, like, and we'll talk in 2 years, and I'm like, all right, it's Megan. But if it was like, well, no, let's talk right now, John, I'm like, okay, you're not really Megan.
You're the clone. Oh my gosh.
All right, well, guys, happy Monday. You're gonna see a lot more stuff coming out of these studios. This is not even done yet. We're still, I mean, decoration wise, we got a lot of stuff to put on the walls in here, which is gonna be taking place for the next day or two. But one thing that I do want to do, can you pop a link live or no?
Yeah.
Can
What do
you
you
do the GoFundMe for Jackie? Can you find it?
I have it up actually.
All right.
already.
So one thing I just want to shout out, and just kind of shed light on, better yet, is for one of our team members here, Jackie Newberry. She had a life-changing incident where she went into cardiac arrest at the gym. And so it changed her life and her family's life. And right now they're all all hands on deck to help her, in every aspect. And she's a fighter. Jackie Newberry is somebody who has your back, will stick up for you. You could feel safe around, and she's somebody who is an all-in team player.
Mhm.
She's been with the company for 5 years. We do not consider her just team; she's family. So when this happened, and we realized that this happened, it was very, very tough for everybody here, as well as obviously, of course, for her family. But so anyway, so her family started a GoFundMe. And anybody out there that, whether you know Jackie or if you know us or Adapting Social and are feeling generous, it would be extremely appreciated. Obviously, no obligation, but if you do, that would mean the world to us, because Jackie is an amazing person. She's an amazing person. She's an amazing daughter, girlfriend. I know she is a great sister, aunt.
Friend in general.
Yep.
She's very close to all of our hearts, and she is one of the most resilient. I always tell her, you're the most resilient person that I know. And she's strong, so she's gonna get through this.
She will. She's gonna do great. She's in recovery still, and getting better day by day, but she has a long journey ahead. And then did you drop that link? Okay, so the link is dropped. And if for some reason anybody watching this,
I casted it. I can't drop the link,
okay.
But we'll post it to our story.
We'll put it on our Instagram story, just so anybody could grab it and take it. But anyway, again, anything is something. So thank you so much, guys. But putting that aside, guys, happy Monday, and I hope you guys create a productive week ahead. Thank you for tuning in.